In this video, we'll see about how we can use lookup component in a screen flow. So I'm going to create a new screen flow here. To create a new screen flow, click on the settings icon, go to setup, search for flows in find box. Click on flows, click on new flow, select screen flow, click on next, click on auto layout. So here I'm going to add a new screen element. I'll just name this as create contact screen. And here I'm going to drag text component to capture the last name of the contact. So as you all know, last name is a required field in the contact. So that's the reason to capture the last name, I'm just dragging this text element. I'll just name this as last name and I just mark this as required. Now I'm going to drag lookup component. So in the left hand side, you can see lookup component here. Just drag this into my screen. And this lookup component, this is not the lookup component, just delete this. Just drag this lookup component. This lookup component is basically to capture the account ID for the contact. So for that we need to provide the API name. So I'll just provide the API name as account and we need to enter the field API name. So you can see here the API name of a lookup field on the source object. So that means we need to get the field API name of the lookup field in contact object. So I'll just go back to my object manager and in contact object, click on fields and relationships, and this is the API name. This is the API name of the field. So just copy it and paste it in the flow. So this will be the API name, and you can see you can give a rough label here. I'll just give the account, and here you need to provide object API name, the API name of the source object. The API name of the source object. In this case, the source object is contact, so the API name of the contact object is contact. So we are creating a lookup component. So basically what we are doing here is we are just creating a contact record in this screen flow, and first we dragged the text element to store the last name and we dragged the lookup component to store the account name. So for the lookup component here we need to provide the field API name. So we need to go back to contact object and get the field API name and paste it here, and also we need to provide the object API name of the source object. Here the source object is contact, so that's the reason I provided the contact. And here you can see an additional attribute called as required. If you want to make this required, you can just make this as true and click on done. So now end user will enter both the last name and account ID in the screen, and now we have to create a new contact for this. And here I'm going to add a plus button on. I'll just click on this plus button and add a create records element to create a contact. I'll just name this as create contact. I just want to create only one record, and I just want to select this, use separate resources and literal values. Here the object is contact and we have to set field values for contact. So what I'm going to do is last name is mapped with last name coming from the screen component. So this is the last name coming from the screen component, and also account ID. And what I'll do is I'll just map this with account lookup dot record ID and just click on save. I'll just name this as create new contact flow. Click on save. Now just activate your flow. Now I'm going to drag this component. I'm going to drag this flow from my record detail page. So what I'll do is I'll just go back to my account detail page and just click on the settings icon and click on edit page. So here I'm gonna drag my flow. So just drag this flow into this section, and here we need to select the flow which we created. So here this is the flow which we created, create new contact flow, and just click on save. And click on activate. So it's already assigned to assigned as org default. So just click on back, and you can see, so this is a screen flow which we created. So now I'm gonna give a random last name, utilize lookup test, and here I can select the accounts. So this is like a lookup component where I can select the accounts. I'll just select this account, quick action test, and just click on next. Yeah, so let's see if my contact is created or not. So I'll just go back to my contact, and you can see this is the contact which we created. The last name is lookup test, and the account name is quick action test.